When we talk about whales and dolphins, our mammalian marine friends, we always think of their exceptional intelligence and their playful acrobatic abilities. Apart from these, cetaceans and Mazu, and even the Isle of Women have little-known stories from the past. Let us begin with a fairy tale from the Amis. Legend has it that there was a man out at sea who came across a never-before-seen island. He decided to chill for a bit. Suddenly, the earth rumbled and the man realized that he wasn't on an island, but on a whale's back. This was how the man was carried by the whale to an island inhabited by only women. Turns out that the women on this island had never seen a man before. Therefore, they decided to raise the man as a pig and fatten him up for slaughter and consumption. The man was frightened and struggled to get back to the shore. He found out that the whale was still there waiting to take him home. Was it because the whale couldn't bear to see him being treated as swine? Upon returning to his village, the man realized that much time had already passed. Everything had changed and no one recognized him. He had to move mountains to convince everyone to believe his fantastical story about drifting with the whale. To repay the whale's kindness, at every grass-cutting season thereafter, the Amis kiwit will place mochi in the Shogulan River as an offering to the whale. Such is the story of a repayment of a great debt of gratitude that was passed down by many indigenous people. It's a reflection of the early days when men stood in awe of the whales. And these natural feelings of awe were used to deify leaders. The traditional Han Chinese often say that societal leaders are incarnations of mythical beasts, and that the emperor was a reincarnation of the divine dragon. As for the maritime overlord, Zheng Chenggong, he was dubbed as the Whale of the East Sea. There are plenty of legends about whales. For example, before Zheng Chenggong was born, a huge whale appeared at sea, and his mom had a dream wherein the whale dove towards her embrace. Right before he attacked Taiwan, the Dutch also bore witness of a man dressed up to the nines, charging towards them on a whale. Even when Zheng Chenggong's family was in a state of decline, legend has it that there was a whale that was stranded close to the shore. Aside from this, cetaceans are also linked to Mazu. Every March of the lunar calendar is Mazu's birthday. Fishermen at sea can spot plenty of cetaceans, as if the creatures were also joining the celebration. The seafarers have a legend that whales and dolphins will rise and pay their respects to Mazu. However, Mazu's protection isn't strong enough to shield against the human-inflicted damage against the cetaceans. Aside from wastewater, oil spills, heavy metals, there's also the inescapable plastic waste, and the invisible threat that is noise pollution, which makes it difficult for cetaceans to communicate with each other and makes it even harder to find a mate and reproduce. Research has shown that boat engines significantly increase noise levels under the sea, leaving cetaceans with no choice but to up their volume and exert more effort into communicating with each other. But where are they going to get the extra energy? At the same time, whale watching cruises have recently become popular in Taiwan. Though it'll get us physically closer to the cetaceans, it actually makes the situation even more worrisome.
只要我们的船开出去，其实你就是进入到海洋里面，你一定对那个场域其实就造成了不一样的变化。大部分的种类，我们的船只速度对它来说还是会有很强烈的压迫感。花莲来说，像我们今天出去好，我们其实就是我们靠每一艘船自己去找。其实我们在接近鲸豚的时候，我们会希望，比如说你要把船只速度放慢，然后甚至它其实理论上应该有一个明确的数字要放到多少，不能超过多少的速度。然后你就是慢慢的接近，然后有时候甚至要看鲸豚的活动状况，把船只整个停下来，然后让鲸豚来靠近，类似这样的事情。然后一次靠近的时间有多久也好，这个其实都是在赏鲸的规则里面通常会被详细的描述跟希望大家去遵守的细节。他们的方式就是他们每一天早上他们会派一艘船出去找海豚。然后找到那个海豚之后，他就一直跟着他，就回到你用什么立场，你用业者的立场，用观赏者的立场，对我就一定有的看。但是回到那一群海豚的立场，就是他就一天到晚被跟着，他就很衰。我今天如果被找到，我就要倒霉一整天。因为最早赏鲸的国家，比如说是从西方国家进来的，所以我们那时候这些赏鲸规范其实都是从西方，然后回到台湾的状况。对我来说，我自己觉得做环保的议题这种东西，它其实是要入世的。就像我自己对于赏鲸这个事情的认知是，在还没有赏鲸事业之前，台湾其实可能没有人知道台湾的外面有那么多的海豚或者鲸豚在活动着，也没有人知道，比如说台湾的外面其实就有抹香鲸，就有大翅鲸。你看这些东西，你可能就是透过以前你看那些Discovery 啦，你觉得都是在国外。当没有人知道台湾外面有的时候，其实发生的状况就是他在外面发生什么事情也就没有人知道了。可能有人在猎捕，可能有的他因为渔网误捕的原因，这些事情造成的现象，也没有人会关心。之前我们都比如说习惯把垃圾场盖在海边，因为你觉得看不到， 然后就很像跟你没有关系。但是并不是你没有看到那些事情就没有在海上发生，是在让大家看到、关心，甚至是你因为关心这些事情，然后开始它变成一个你说原点也好，或者它就变成一个出发点。你因为到了海上，然后看到那些海豚，你很喜欢，你觉得很漂亮，然后你也想为他们做一点事情，这样的。那我觉得它是一个取平衡的点。我们当然希望用适当的方式，就像比如我刚刚讲的那些赏金规范啊什么，让我们对它的环境的或者对他们的影响减到最少，然后但是让大家可以看到他们，然后你才可以引起后续的那些关系，而不是就觉得说我们就不去看它，然后就没事，好像我们看不到就没有影响。
There is a saying in oceanography that we know more about the moon than we do about the ocean. Taiwan as an island is not only unfamiliar with the ocean, we tend to ignore it as well. That's why there are so many landfills by the sea. The sea creatures have also long been neglected. Taiwan is actually rich in marine resources. In fact, a third of the world's cetaceans can be seen in Taiwan. However, do we want to see cetaceans constantly being harassed by whale-watching boats that are just out to make a quick buck? Do we want to see the bellies of cetaceans filled to the brim with plastic? Or do we wish for them to be able to roam freely in the vast blue sea?